Good afternoon. Yeah. After the debacle of Google Meet, we are back here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Today, a lot of waiting happened. I don't know what's wrong with today, Saturday. We met in Google Meet. There were only 4 people. Later, I realized that it is not my time. Later, again, I designed a new time. I only got uh, ousted from the meet 2 times, so probably not giving a good hand. It's because of my connectivity also. My connectivity is very bad here. I nearly consumed 2 GB of data by now, still left with 2 GB. In that, we have to do uploading and all. Guys, okay, I think you guys are here. The instructions that I was giving in Google Meet was that we have finished 3 chapters. The first instruction would be we will have an MCQ test based on those 3 chapters, which will be a Google form sheet, will be sent to your mail Monday. So no tomorrow, no Sunday, no class. Second one, we have already covered maximum portions. So the next chapter is from economics, that is village of Palampur. Village of Palampur is the next chapter. Now, I know the homework questions, the NCRT questions of this chapter have not been given. Did I give you the classwork? Probably I might not have given the classwork too. I will give you the classwork and the homework immediately now. Immediately after the live, I will be giving you the homework and the classwork. Yeah. So you can write. Please do write. It's going to help you a lot. So many concepts learned again and again we are going to help us a lot to remember. Yeah, that's the second one. The third one is obviously the chapter what is democracy and why democracy. I was giving you some important questions from this chapter. The MCQs, I was saying the origin of the word democracy, demos plus gratia, the definition of democracy. After that, I was going for the features of democracy, where there are 4 features of democracy. In the 4 features of democracy, they have taken the examples around the world. Now, you take the first one, major decisions are taken by the representatives elected by the people. They have taken Pakistan example, right? Pakistan, that is Parvez Musharraf example. The second one is the free and the fair elections. They have taken China. China is not a democratic country. This question will come in for exams. Whether China is a democratic country, China is not a democratic country. It pretends to be one. Even though they are having elections, it is not a democratic country. And Mexico, the PRI, the Revolutionary Party, where they use dirty tricks. Remember those two, right? The third one was obviously one person, one vote, one value. They mention the countries like Saudi Arabia, Estonia, and Fiji, where those countries do not have a proper one person, one vote, one value system. Examples, remember the examples for MCQs. The fourth one is rule of law, and rule of law, by that one, you got Zimbabwe example, Robert Mugabe in Zimbabwe. That's the example. The party is ZANU PF. Yeah. Now, those are for MCQs. The next part of the video that you saw yesterday was the arguments in favor of democracy and arguments against democracy. Now, that whole part is for 5 marks. The question is, why is democracy considered the best form of government? Why is not democracy considered the best form of government, and why is democracy considered the best form of government? There are 2. The first one is for the government, that is arguments for the government, that is for 5 marks. The next one is for against the government, the arguments against the government, also for 5 marks. It can come as explain the merits and demerits of democracy, same. Explain the advantages and disadvantages of democracy, same. Explain the arguments in favor and for the democracy, that's the answer, right? That is the only 5 mark question that can come in this chapter 1. 3 mark questions, obviously 3 mark questions are those 4 features. 4 features of democracy are all important for 3 mark questions. Each one is important. So when you write the notes, Write at least 4 lines for each of those features, including the examples from around the world. Remember, if you're just joined now, you can go back to the video after the live and live stream ends. You can go back, see the video again. Obviously, these things cannot type and give. The first thing is WhatsApp is full of so many messages. If you just open WhatsApp, you will see 1,000 messages in a day, and I don't want to flood your WhatsApp group with so many messages. So I would stick on to YouTube and Meet and PDFs that I can send. That's the one. Now, 3 mark questions. I told you there is one 3 mark question which I discussed in the YouTube live. That is the difference between a democratic country and a non-democratic country. Yeah, that is the one. Non-democratic can be a dictatorship country, can be a country ruled by an army. So, country which is not country's rulers were not being elected by the people, normally called as dictatorship countries, like Saudi Arabian countries that you are giving examples of those countries, right? North Korea is always I remember. Now, just because we have tuned in and we have to complete. Then just let me tell you very interesting thing about North Korea. North Korea for other people will be a country with the huge expenditure spent on defense, right? They one time the Kim Jong Un comes and says he has a hydrogen bomb. We will put it on US, and he's showing all kinds of gimmicks. But remember, there are people in North Korea who do not have good condition. The life, the standard of living is very very poor. Yeah, because the money, the resources, the revenue are spent on something else, not on the people's welfare, right? If you want to visit North Korea, you have to get permission from that country first. They'll give you permission whether you can come there, then only you can go. Not like other countries, if you have visa and passport you can just go. But North Korea is not like that. You cannot take pictures in North Korea. You cannot say anything about the ruler in North Korea. So that is not democracy, right? If you say anything in, let's say you went to North Korea, yeah, and you are seeing a wonderful things, they're appreciating it. You are not happy with Kim Jong Un, and you say some things. Hey, bhai, Kim Jong Un kya kar raha hai desh mein? Suddenly you are put behind bars, not even thinking that you're a foreigner. Not even our own country will help their embassy. बंद करके रह जाएंगे. So cannot talk anything, should not talk anything. That's how North Korea is kept. Look at their brother South Korea. Now they are so prosperous, right? Everything is from South Korea. You take Hyundai, the car that you have. So many TV brands are from Kia. The car you might have seen, car Seltos, right? Kia is also from Korea, the other part. Now, Samsung are the biggest manufacturers of smartphones, TV. So the country is prosperous when it comes to democratic structure, and a country suffers a lot when it has dictatorship. There are arguments, there are debates about this, but still. Now, that was the reasons why I explained was because to differentiate between a democratic and a non-democratic country. Guys, these are the questions which probably would be asked in this chapter. It's a very, very easy chapter. It looks lengthy, it is not. Please give it a reading to the textbook. I wanted to take just 10 minutes of your live time. So exactly, I'm looking at the time, it's 9 minutes now. So thank you guys for tuning in again and again. And just not tuned in, you can watch the live, rewind it and watch it. Remember the questions, the classwork will be uploaded to your group now. And any questions, if you have any questions, please put it there. We'll try to have a Google Meet. Once in a while, we should see each other so as to remember who are we. And otherwise, it's a totally strange feeling when we meet each other, maybe in July, like very strange, awkward feeling. So we tried, it did not happen. Now, one more concern I have is about the boys and girls who are not participating. So those your friends, if your friends are not participating, your class is very new to me, so I won't be noticing who is not participating and who is. I know. So please tell them to participate, watch the videos, write the notes, give it back to the teacher in all the subjects. So tomorrow is Sunday. Till Monday, have a wonderful Sunday and follow these instructions. And thank you for tuning in. Till Monday, stay safe and stay inside. And see you and have a wonderful lunch.